Hey there, friends. Welcome back to my channel. You guys, Happy New Year. Did everyone have a great New Year? Did you party, hang out with friends, stay at home reading? You know, I would not have been opposed to some reading for New Year's. There was actually like a reading event at one of the local bookstores for New Year's, on New Year's Eve night. And it sounded pretty cute. But we already had other plans, so that's okay. Maybe next year. All right, so for today, guys, look at this. Look at this monstrosity. Look at this beautiful monstrosity. Today we have a book haul from Book Outlet. So I thought I would save this, and it's been killing me, guys. It's been killing me not to open this. But I wanted to open it on camera with you guys. So, massive haul. I don't know if I'll say massive. Massive for me, I guess. So, a nice book haul from Book Outlet. I really need to bust into these because some of these books I hope to read in 2025. We are now in January. It's already in January. You guys are going to see my Christmas tree. Mind your business. It's only the 2nd, okay? Savannah, slow down. The tree will come down eventually. But before we get into this book haul, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And without further ado, guys, let's get into it. Y'all always feel so rich when I order from Book Outlet because you can get so much for like dirt cheap, right? Of course, this is only my 2nd order, so y'all not gonna watch me struggle here. Watch me on the struggle bus. And I'm pretty happy with a lot of the books that I picked out because the vast majority of these are by authors that are new to me. Not only are they new to me, but they are also authors of color. Some of these I don't even know what they like. I don't even know what they're really about. Like I haven't heard of them before seeing them on Book Outlet, but that's not to say that they haven't been around for a while. You know, I am still fairly new to, you know, the bookish community. So it is quite possible that these books have been mentioned in the past couple of years and I'm just learning about them. Now, some of them I have heard about and some of them I haven't. But anyway, let's get started. The first book that I have is The Blueprint, and this is by Gianna Rashad. I did hear about this book from another creator. I cannot remember who, but this one, I mean 100%, I do not remember what most of these books are about. I think this one is this might be a historical fantasy. I think this one is a historical fantasy. So I will be reading the back of the book because I want us all to be informed and, you know, persuade you all to read these as well. And maybe we can chat about these. I'm gonna hold it back like I'm some professor. This is a little blurb. It's in the vein of Octavia E. Butler and Margaret Atwood, a harrowing novel set in an alternate United States. Oh, this is some, yeah, let's just keep going. In the vein of Octavia E. Butler and Margaret Atwood, a harrowing novel set in an alternate United States, a world of injustice and bondage in which a young black woman becomes the concubine of a powerful white government official and must face the dangerous consequences. Yikes. That just, I don't know why I just got goosebumps. But I did. Like, I don't know. Can y'all see it? Look at my hairy arm and my goosebumps. Can y'all see them? Okay, whatever. Just, I got chills. Anyway, Celine Bonet lives in Texas, where choice no longer exists. An algorithm determines a black woman's occupation, spouse, and residence. Celine takes solace in penning the biography of Henriette, an ancestor who'd been an enslaved concubine to a wealthy planter in 1800s Louisiana. History repeats itself when Celine, lonely and naive, becomes entangled with Bastian Martin, a high-ranking government official. Celine finds the psychological bond unbearable, so she considers alternatives. With Henriette as her guide, she must decide whether and how to leave behind all she knows. Inspired by the lives of enslaved concubines to United States politicians and planters, the blueprint unfolds over dual timelines to explore bodily autonomy, hypocrisy, and power imbalances through the lens of the nation's most unprotected, a Black female. Oh my God. I cannot wait to devour this book. Oh my God. This sounds amazing. Sounds more like a historical fantasy / dystopian fantasy. This sounds good. Yo, it's gonna be a good reading year. It's gonna be a good freaking reading year. I need to do this book haul so I can pick my January picks, which I plan on doing like a blind TBR. So I'm hoping that's in there. All right, moving on. Okay, so the next book is Skin and Bones by Renee Watson. Y'all, that's my middle name. Okay. All right, so let's see what this one is about. Okay, y'all, the lighting is like, sis, no. Hold on, I gotta go take Pepper out. All right, and we're back. So, next up we have Skin and Bones by Renee Watson. And I believe that this is contemporary fiction, that realm. All right, so let's run it down. All right, it says, Lena is getting married, even if it's at 40. She works tirelessly at a challenging job to bring the oft-forgotten Black history of Oregon to the masses, feeling fortified by the legacy Black Portlanders left for her, while also burdened by what's been passed down generation after generation in her family. Lessons and values about faith, love, beauty. Some of these lessons she wants to hold on to, but some she needs to unlearn. As she strives to evolve for her daughter, not wanting to make the same mistakes her mother made with her, a confession on her wedding day shifts her world. Yikes. Unmoored and grieving a major loss, Lena questions everything she thought she knew about love, friendship, and parenting, and finds herself trying to teach her daughter self-love even as she struggles with it herself. Told in Renee Watson's poetic voice, Skin and Bones is a stirring exploration about how society makes room for what gets passed down from one generation to the next, and a mother's resolve to teach her daughter how to take up space and shine her bold, brilliant light in a world that wants to dim it. Yes, this sounds so good. I like the reference to generational curses and generational cycles and breaking those cycles. I'm sure many of us have some things that are passed down that are great, good things, and then some cycles that need to be broken. And it's hard. It can be really hard to do, and I'm excited to read this to learn how this character, how Lena breaks those cycles for the sake of her daughter. All right, so the next book that I have, this one has been on social media, so I have seen this around, and I think this is I want to say it's a young adult thriller. And this is Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Iyamide. Y'all don't come for me. Don't come for me, okay? I'm butchering that. So, anyway, but yeah, like I said, I have seen this before on social media, and maybe I should have paid attention when they were saying the author's name. Not to imply that they were saying it right, but let's read the synopsis on this one. It says, when two Nevis Private Academy students, Devin Richards and Shamaka Adebayo, are selected to be part of the elite school senior perfects, or prefects, sorry. It looks like their year's off to an amazing start. After all, not only does it look great on college applications, but it officially puts them in the running for valedictorian too. Shortly after the announcement is made, though, someone who goes by Aces begins sending anonymous text messages to reveal secrets about the two of them that turn their lives upside down and threaten every aspect of their carefully planned futures. As Aces shows no sign of stopping, what seems like a sick prank quickly turns into a dangerous game, with all the cards stacked against them. Can Devin and Shamaka stop Aces before things become incredibly deadly? I feel like there was a series, maybe on Prime. I feel like they made I think there's a series based on this book. But yeah, this sounds fun. This sounds interesting. So this is by one of my favorite romance authors, and that is The Fastest Way to Fall by Denise Williams. So one of the things that I really love about Denise Richards. One of the things that I really love about Denise Williams novels is that we get to see these characters, these women in the STEM industry. So that's awesome. So let's run down the synopsis on this one. Britta Colby works for a lifestyle website, and when she's tasked to write about her experience with a new body positive fitness app that includes personal coaching, she knows it's a major opportunity to prove she should write for the site full time. As CEO of the Fit Me Fitness app, Wes Lawson finally has the financial security he grew up without. But despite his success, his floundering love life and complicated family situation leaves him feeling isolated and unfulfilled. He decides to get back to what he loves, coaching. Britta's his first new client, and they click immediately. As weeks pass, she's surprised at how much she enjoys experimenting with her exercise routine. He's surprised at how much she looks forward to talking to her every day. They convince themselves their attraction is harmless, but when they start working out together in person, Wes and Britta find it increasingly challenging to deny their chemistry and maintain a professional distance. Wes isn't supposed to be meeting with clients, and Britta's credibility will be sunk if the lifestyle site finds out she's practically dating the fitness coach she's reviewing. Walking away from each other is the smartest thing to do, but running side by side feels like the start of something big. Ooh, this sounds cute. I love her novels. My favorite so far, which I've only read two. My favorite so far was How to Fail at Flirting. I think I commented on one of her videos or something, maybe she saw one of my videos on Instagram. She sent me a message and she was like, hey, the characters from How to Fail at Flirting kind of show up in The Fastest Way to Fall. So I'm excited to see that. Jake and Naya were so cute. Like one of my favorite book couples. Just the cutest little nerds. And yeah, I'm eager to read about Britta and Wes, but I'm also excited to see Jake and Naya show up in this as well. So this should be a fun, cute read. Next. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm just like digging out little treasures here. Like, what's next? All right, so this is one that I had not heard of, but the title got me. The title's what drew me in. And this one is The Teller of Secrets by B.C. Ajapon. B.C. Ajapon. I'm going to roll with that for now. But yeah, look at that cover too. Like, yes. It's just yes. Love it, love it. EC is the unofficial secret keeper of her family, tight-lipped about her father's adultery and her half-sister's sex lives. See, I identify with her. Like, seriously, random strangers confide things in me that they shouldn't. I don't know. Like, this is totally off topic, but it's on topic, but it's off topic. Yeah, me and one of my younger brothers, I don't know what it is, but we have these faces that just make people want to like tell us stuff that they necessarily, maybe they shouldn't. Like, I literally like had this lady in Lowe's one day who, there was an older lady, and I get it, you know, once you get to a certain age, you're probably kind of lonely. And it started off, it was like the salesman, the foot in the door technique. She saw something in my cart and she commented on it. And then from there, she went to telling me about how her sister had like did her dirty and I don't know, all this, you know, like family drama between her and her sister. And I'm just like, yeah, she's crazy. You know, I mean, I don't say that, of course, you know, because I respect my elders. So, but I was just, you know, I just let her talk. You know, I kind of listened and yeah. And then then one time my brother and I were in IKEA and there was this older lady and we were checking out some furniture and we commented on the piece, and then she pretty much told us, you know, about, you know, her marriage and how she was a widow, and she talked to us about her kids and her grandkids, and so that one was kind of sweet. The other one was like, damn girl, your sister did do you dirty. But yeah, so anyway, I kind of identify with Essie there because, you know, people be telling me things too. All right. Yo, did the power go out? My ring light just went out and I'm like, wait a minute, did the light just go out? Did we pay the bill? Hold on. Back on track, Shalita. Essie is the unofficial secret keeper of her family, tight-lipped about her father's adultery and her half-sister's sex lives. But after she is humiliated and punished for her own sexual exploration, Essie questions why women's secrets and men's secrets bear different consequences. Okay, why they get to sow their wild oats, but we can't. It is the beginning of a journey of discovery that will lead her to unexpected places. As she navigates womanhood, Essie tries to reconcile her own ideals and dreams with her family's complicated past and troubled present, as well as society's many double standards that limit her and other women. Against a fraught political climate, Essie fights to carve out her own identity and learns to manifest her power in surprising and inspiring ways. Okay. I like this. Y'all, this one, and this one, like, it's about black women. It's about us, baby. It is about us. This sounds like a real coming of age, self-exploration story. This sounds good. Daddy just out here cheating, sis out here being free, and then Essie can't be free. Y'all not gonna play in her face like that. All right, next, and this one I believe is a debut. It's a debut novel. I'm looking at this now. Look, I mean, you know, you kind of gotta prepare yourself what you're getting with Book Outlet. So I believe like these things are like overstock and things like that. So this one has a little damage to the cover here. I'm not too mad about it. You know, as long as they're not coming like this from Barnes or Amazon. All right, so this one is Blood at the Root by Ladarian Williams. All right, and this is a young adult fantasy. I did hear about this on Instagram, and I was definitely intrigued by this one because this is a fantasy. This is a fantasy where the main character is a young man. And not only is he a young man, but he's a black young man. So, yeah, I'm really intrigued, and I want to read this and maybe even convince my son to read it. He might enjoy it. I don't know. He's 15. He's into, anime, manga. He's into that. So I don't know. He might be intrigued by this. He did hear me listening to Children of Blood and Bone in the car one day, and he was like, that sounds kind of cool. So he could be into this too. I'm gonna read it first and see. Maybe. All right, so anyway, well, let's break it down, okay? Y'all, it's been kind of dark in here. My eyes are bad. Since 10 years ago, Malik's life changed forever the night his mother mysteriously vanished and he discovered he had uncontrollable powers. Well, daggone. Since then, he has kept his abilities hidden, looking out for himself and his younger foster brother, Tay. Now at 17, Malik is finally ready to start a new life for both of them, far from the trauma of his past. However, a daring act to rescue Tay reveals an unexpected connection with his long-lost grandmother, a legendary conjurer with ties to a hidden magical university that Malik's mother attended. At Cayman University, Malik's eyes are open to a future he never could have envisioned for himself. One that includes the reappearance of his first love, Alexis. Aww. So not only is it a young adult fantasy, it's a little romantasy. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off? Y'all, this print, oh my God, it's killing me. All right. His search for answers about his heritage, his powers, and what really happened to his mother exposes the cracks in their magical community as it faces a reawakening evil dating back to the Haitian Revolution. Together with Alexis, Malik discovers a lot beneath the surface at Cayman. Feuding covens and magical politics, forbidden knowledge, and buried mysteries. In a wholly unique saga of family, history, and community, Malik must embrace his legacy to save what's left of his old family as well as his new one, exploring the roots and secrets that connect us in an unforgettable contemporary setting. This heart-pounding fantasy series opener is a rich tapestry of atmosphere, intrigue, and emotion. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, that synopsis was a mouthful. Like, sweet baby Jesus. I don't think I read one that long. It's almost, look, hear me when I say this. I am not trying to be negative. But it almost sounds like one of those trailers. Like, it was so long, it felt like one of those trailers that shows you all the good bits. And then you get in the movie and you're like, I already know everything. But, yeah, I'm sorry. Just, it was a little, the synopsis was a little wordy. But I am very, like I said, I am intrigued. I'm hoping this is a good read. So, and look, I just flipped to the last page and it's literally like, to be continued. So, Mr. Williams is letting y'all know there's more to come. This is definitely not a standalone one and done. All right, next. Y'all, we were just, I would love to say we're just rolling through this, but it does. I've been talking for like almost 24 minutes and we've only gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And mind you, I stopped the camera. I started again, so. All right, I'm moving on. All right, so this one here, now this is a part of, I think it's a duology, and I haven't even read book 1 yet. So, but I just figured, let me just go ahead and get book 2. I'm really hoping I enjoy book 1 because I got the whole damn series now. All right, so this one is called A Psalm of Storms and Silence by Roseanne A. Brown. So this is book 2. I haven't even read book 1. So I don't even want to read the synopsis because I'm like, what if I read the synopsis and it gives something away about book 1? We're not. But look at that cover art. Y'all, look at that. That's nice. Ain't that nice? That looks expensive, honey. That look like money. Look at me talking about I'm excited. I have not even read book 1. How the hell am I excited for book 2? Look, the first one isn't this thick. Like, she a thick mama. Let me pull book 1. So this is book 1. Also purchased from Book Outlet. So, I mean, look at those covers, y'all. Just look at that black excellence. Okay. Okay, now, look, this is book 1. Now look at book 2. And she just really was like, you know what? Y'all need a little bit more. Y'all don't just need a part 2 to this. Y'all need some more meat. Book 1 is 466 pages. And book 2 is, they were saying, well, maybe it's not that long. Maybe it's just because it's a hardcover. No, I'm still going. Here we go.
2 hours later, 8:01
Okay,
p.m.
so this one is 547 pages. So almost 100 more pages in here. So yeah, but I'm excited now because I have a series and it's cute. So I'm really hoping I enjoy this one. Really hoping I enjoy this one so I can enjoy that one. All right, next. You know, I probably should have told y'all to like get a drink or something at the beginning of this video because it's feeling a little lengthy. I mean, you can, if you want to pause it, go get a drink, come back. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. Y'all, my baby's over here. She's sleeping. You know, normally she's like jumping up and all over the place and all in my face. Like, mommy, give me attention. Stop talking to those people on the internet. But right now she's chilling. She's also like recovering from like New Year's Eve. So, my mother-in-law came over and she dog sat Pepper and my fur nephew. And Pepper loves to like bully my fur nephew. And she's not a mean dog. She's just, you know, she's a puppy and she's not used to being around other dogs. So she just gets really excited and she wants to play with him. And you know, he's older and he don't want to play. But Pepper doesn't care. Pepper's like, you know, she doesn't bite him. She's like all over him though. Anyway, moving on. So like I said, she's still a little hungover from her little social experience. The next book, because I'm rambling. I could talk all day about this dog. So let me stop. All right, so the next book, and this is one I had not heard of. I just saw the cover on Book Outlet. I saw the title, and I was like, yo, that sounds good. And I did read the synopsis, so clearly, you know, yeah, the cover is what gets me sometimes, but I have to read that synopsis because I gotta know. I can't go in completely blind. But I don't remember what it's supposed to be about. So this one is Jackal by Aaron Adams. All right. This is a young black girl goes missing in the woods outside her white Rust Belt town. But she's not the first and she may not be the last. Let's see. So I think this might be a young adult thriller. It definitely definitely sounds like a thriller, but I think it might be a young adult. Let's keep going. Liz Rocher is coming home, reluctantly. As a black woman, Liz doesn't exactly have fond memories of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, a predominantly white town. Liz is grown though. She can handle herself, plus her best friend is getting married, so she braces herself for a weekend of awkward passive-aggressive reunions. She wasn't expecting that on the night of the wedding, somewhere between dancing and dessert, the newlywed's daughter, Caroline, would disappear, leaving behind only a piece of white fabric covered in blood. As a frantic search begins, with the police combing the nearby woods for Caroline, Liz is the only one who notices a pattern. A summer night, a missing girl, a party in the woods. She's seen this before. Keisha Woodson, the only other black girl in Liz's high school, walked into the woods with a mysterious man and was later found with her chest cavity ripped open and her heart removed. Okay, maybe this isn't young adult. That sounds pretty gruesome. Liz still shudders at the thought that it might have been her. And now with Caroline missing, she's sure that it's not a coincidence. As Liz starts to dig through the town's history, she uncovers a horrifying secret about the place she once called home. Children have been going missing in these woods for years. All of them black, all of them girls. With the evil of the force creeping closer, Liz knows what she must do. Find Caroline or be utterly consumed by the darkness. Yikes. This sounds really good. I keep getting goosebumps and I don't know, maybe it's just getting cold in here, but this sounds really good. I'm not gonna say this isn't exactly like All the Sinners Bleed, but similarly in that book as well, you know, they learned that there was a serial killer operating in their town, and it turned out all the victims were young black children, young black teens, Latinos, these black and brown children that no one seemed to care about. I cannot wait to start reading. I'm just getting so, these sound so freaking good. Who needs TV when you have these, right? Who needs TV when you have these? I'm just saying. All right, my memory card is filling up, so I think I'm getting ready to switch memory cards and then we'll get back at it. So this is a perfect time for you guys to go get something to drink or something to snack on. All right, guys, so forgive the lighting change. The sun has pretty much left the building, so yeah, I had to go get a sweater, y'all. I'm cold. All right, so moving on. Yeah, so some of these, has anyone ordered anything from Book Outlet? See, some of the, oh, this one's kind of torn. Yeah, there's some little tears in here, but you know what? I'm honestly not super mad about it. Now, if there's a book that I absolutely fall in love with, then maybe in those cases, maybe I would be like, hey, I'm gonna go buy a different copy. But at the end of the day, I'm getting what I pay for. And most of the book is in good shape, so I ain't gonna sweat it too bad. Except, you know, this stuff from Book Outlet, it looks like they get them from all over. Like, this literally has a Target sticker on it. The book that I have is Take My Hand by Dolene Perkins Valdez. And this one is a historical fiction. It sounded really good. I've heard some people talk about it on social media, so I definitely wanted to pick this one up. I saw it a couple months back. I was in Half Price, and I was doing like a $20 challenge or $25 challenge, trying to see how many books I could get. And I wanted to pick this one up, but it did not fit into my little challenge, didn't fit into my budget, but here we are. We finally got it. All right, so let's run down the synopsis. All right, so it says, Montgomery, Alabama, 1973. Fresh out of nursing school, Sybil Townsend intends to make a difference, especially in her African-American community. At the Montgomery Family Planning Clinic, she hopes to help women shape their destinies to make their own choices for their lives and bodies. But when her first week on the job takes her along a dusty country road to a worn-down one-room cabin, Sybil is shocked to learn that her new patients, Erica and India, are children, just 11 and 13 years old. Neither of the Williams sisters has even kissed a boy, but they are poor and black, and for those handling the family's welfare benefits, that's reason enough to have the girls on birth control. I can't even imagine, like, 11 and 13 on birth control. Like, I was in middle school at the age of 11. And don't get me wrong, I know, like, kids nowadays, you know, they've seen a lot. I mean, I know the kids nowadays are exposed to a lot. And, you know, there probably are some pretty advanced 11-year-olds, but, oh my gosh. Just, I mean, like, in the 70s, I think that, you know, like, that's the way back when. That's the good old days. Like, who the hell's putting an 11-year-old in birth control, like, back in the 70s? I mean, I get it. Like, that was the time of, like, you know, the 60s was, like, free love and all that, and the 70s was the disco era. But 11? An 11-year-old? Yikes. As Sybil grapples with her role, she takes India, Erica, and their family into her heart, until one day she arrives at their door to learn the unthinkable has happened and nothing will ever be the same. Decades later, with her daughter grown and a long career in her wake, Dr. Sybil Townsend is ready to retire, to find her peace, and to leave the past behind. But there are people and stories that refuse to be forgotten, that must not be forgotten, because history repeats what we don't remember. Inspired by true events and brimming with hope, Take My Hand is a stirring exploration of accountability and redemption. This sounds good. This sounds really good, because history repeats what we don't remember. I like that line, but I also think history repeats what we willfully ignore, especially in America. Is this my year for, like, fiction and historical fiction? Because that's what it's feeling like. I really want to read more fantasy this year, but I'm not mad at these fiction picks at all. Like, yeah. So next we have You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akweki Emezi. All right, so this one, it says, oh, look at this blurb, a deeply heartfelt romance novel. I was literally getting ready to say that I cannot remember what genre this book is in. So, thank you for the little blurb, Marie Claire. All right, Feyi Adekola wants to learn how to be alive again. It's been 5 years since the accident that killed the love of her life, and she's almost a new person now. An artist with her own studio, sharing a brownstone apartment with her best friend Joy, who insists it's time for Feyi to ease back into the dating scene. Feyi isn't ready for anything serious, but a steamy encounter at a rooftop party cascades into a whirlwind summer she could never have imagined. A luxury trip to a tropical island, decadent meals in the glamorous home of a celebrity chef, and a major curator who wants to launch her art career. She's even started dating the perfect guy. Their new relationship might be sabotaged before it has a chance by the dangerous thrill Feyi feels every time she locks eyes with the one person in the house who is most definitely off limits. His father. Girl. Okay, Feyi. Okay, girl. How far is Feyi willing to go for a second chance at love? Emezi's vivid and passionate writing takes us deep into a world of possibility and healing, and the constant bravery of choosing love against all odds. Yo, that sounds like, that last sentence sounds so good and so like motivational. The possibility and healing and the constant bravery of choosing love against all odds. But baby, like 3 sentences before that, it says she's trying to, you know, trying to tap her man's dad. This sounds a little messy. This sounds like it's supposed to be really uplifting and moving, but then it also sounds a little messy. You know what I'm saying? All right, we've got 4 more to go. Checking in. Have you guys read any of the ones that I've mentioned so far? Have you heard of any of these? Let me know down in the comments. All right, next up, and this one I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like, when I've seen this on social media, when I've seen this in Barnes and Noble, this is like totally a cover purchase. Had no idea. I don't even know that I've read the synopsis on this one. I'm gonna be honest. But when I like saw it on social media the first time, I was like, that's a gorgeous cover. So this is a, bless you. This is completely a cover purchase. And this is Song of Six Realms by Judy Lynn. Look at that. Look at that cover. You can't tell me that cover's not stunning. Like, it's gorgeous, right? So, totally a cover purchase. And I'm not sure if this is a part of a series or whether this one is a standalone. I don't know, because she has 2 other books that are like equally as gorgeous. Okay, yeah, this one is a standalone, and this one is like this is a relatively new release. This one came out in April. Let's get into it. All right, it says, Shu, a talented young musician, has no past and probably no future. Orphaned at a young age, she was taken in by her kindly poet uncle, who arranged for an apprenticeship at one of the most esteemed entertainment houses in the kingdom. She doesn't remember much from before entering the House of Flowing Water, and when her uncle is suddenly killed in a bandit attack, she is devastated to lose her last connection to a life outside of her indentured contract. So, with no family and no patron, she is facing the possibility of a lifetime of servitude, playing the chin for nobles that praise her talent with one breath and sneer at her lowly social status with the next. Then one night, she is unexpectedly called to the garden to put on a private performance for the enigmatic Duke Ming. For a young man of nobility, he is strangely kind and awkward, and surprises Shu further with an irresistible offer. Serve as a musician in residence at his manor for just 3 years, and he'll set her free of her indenture. But the Duke's motives become increasingly more suspect when he and Shu barely survive an attack by a nightmarish monster, and when he whisks her away to his estate, she discovers he's not just some country noble. He's one of the divine rulers of the celestial realm. He got power then. He got power. And there she learns that the 6 realms are on the brink of disaster, and incursions by demonic beasts are growing more frequent. The Duke needs Shu's help to unlock memories from her past that could hold the answers to how to stop the impending war. But first, Shu will need to survive being the target of every monster and deity in the 6 realms. Well, daggone. Imagine that. Like, imagine being an orphan, feeling like you have no prospects, like you have no one in the world. And then to learn that the fate of the world, the fate of the universe depends on you. Like, that's gotta be like mind-blowing. Like, I can't imagine being in her position. Like man, like I was nobody yesterday. Now you're telling me that the fate of the world is locked away in my memories? That I hold the key to the fate of the world? Talk about putting pressure on a girl. 3 more to go. All right, so the next one, and I think this one is, it's either a thriller, it's either a young adult thriller or it's a young adult fantasy. Y'all, it's time for a cup of coffee number 2. It's actually late. I've actually missed the window. No, I haven't missed the window on it. I'm gonna get it, but I would have had it by now. All right. So the next one we have is I Feed Her to the Beast, and the Beast is Me. Wow, look at that cover. And this one is by Jameson Shea. So, ooh, There Will Be Blood. Okay. All right, so let's read the synopsis on this one. "To soon I'd be a name no one would forget, a raging fire they couldn't escape." Lori has always danced in the cutthroat world of ballet at a disadvantage. Tired of being overlooked, she ventures deep into the Paris catacombs, where she finds a pulsing blood river that offers her everything she's dreamed of and worked toward: power and awe. With it, she takes her place above her peers, but soon she cannot distinguish her own lust for more with a primordial presence in her veins. Lori quickly learns she's not the only monster around, and her vicious desires put a target on her back. What goes around comes around, girl. If she descends into godhood and the mystifying underworld below, she is faced with the ultimate choice: continue to break herself for a world that doesn't love her back, or succumb to the darkness that wants her exactly as she is, monstrous heart and all. That is, if the god killer doesn't catch her first. This sounds good. This sounds really, really good. I think it's fantasy. It's gotta be, I mean, come on, godlike gods and powers. This is fantasy. I think this is young adult fantasy. Intrigued.
The next day.
All right, guys, and we're back. So it's the next day. As you can see, it's a lot brighter. So I did kind of have to, give up the ghost last night. I think my memory card ran out of room at one point, and then my battery started. Yes, that's what it was. That was the last thing that happened. My battery was dying, and I could not find my other battery. I legit need to invest in one of those battery recharging station things. So, background entertainment provided by Pepper. Always those musical notes in the background. So when we left off yesterday, we were going over this book outlet order, and we had gotten through quite a few of them, which is wild that we only had 2 left. So, but the camera, right? Well, let's just pick up right where we left off. So this next book it's one that I had not heard of before seeing it on Book Outlet. This one is called The Girls and Queens, and this is by Christine Candic Torres. So, look at that cover. Yes, queen, yes. So this is a new to me author, and this is fiction. This is a debut novel for this author, and this one came out in, let me see if I can find a date on it. Nope, no date. But let's go ahead and read the synopsis. It says, growing up in the 90s along Clement Moore Avenue in Queens, Brisma and Kelly are two young Latinas with an inseparable bond, sharing everything and anything with each other. The girls are opposites. Brisma is sweet, sensitive, and observant, whereas Kelly is free-spirited, flirtatious, and bold. But together they binge on Sour Patch Kids, listen to Boyz II Men cassette tapes, and dance to Selena and Mariah Carey where no one can see them. But in high school, their friendship starts to form cracks when Brisma finds herself in a relationship with Brian, a charismatic baseball star. Brisma is thrilled to finally have someone to herself. But Kelly wasn't built to be a third wheel. Years later, the Mets began a historic run for the playoffs, and Brisma and Kelly, now on the cusp of adulthood, reconnect with Brian after years of silence. But then Brian is charged with sexual assault. Ooh. Brisma and Kelly find themselves on opposite sides of the accusation, viewing their past and past traumas from completely different vantage points. And the two lifelong friends will have to decide if their shared history is enough to sustain their future. Told in alternating timelines, Christine Candick Torres' incredible debut explores the unbreakable bonds of friendship, complications of sexual abuse allegations within communities of color, and the danger of forgetting that sometimes monsters hide in plain sight. This one sounds good. Yes, I like that this is a story about friendship. Honestly, I don't think I've read anything recently that's, about friendship. I've read romance novels with friendships as, like the secondary storyline. I've read fantasy books with, the found family trope, but I haven't read anything that's just specifically about the friend group or the friendship bond. So this will be exciting. This will be a nice read. Okay, so the next book that I have is actually by by the same author of one of these other books. So Daughter in Exile by B.C. Adjapon. Honey, I am just slaying these names in all the wrong way. All right, so yes, this one, let's see, what is this one about? Lola is 21 and her life in Senegal couldn't be better. An aspiring writer and university graduate, she has a great job, a nice apartment, a vibrant social life, and a future filled with possibilities. Fate disrupts her world when she falls for Armand, an American Marine stationed at the U.S. Embassy. Her mother, a high court judge in Ghana, disapproves of her choice, but nothing will stop Lola from boarding a plane for Armand in America. That fateful flight is only the beginning of an extraordinary journey. Lola has traded her carefree existence in Senegal for the perilous position of an undocumented immigrant in 1990s America. Oh, we have another timepiece here. This one's set in the 90s, and so was The Girls in Queens. Okay. She encounters adversity that would crush a less determined woman. Fate hangs on whether or not she'll grow in courage to forge a different life from the one she'd imagined, and whether she'll succeed in putting herself and her family together again. Daughter in Exile is a hope-filled story about a mother's love, resilience, and unyielding strength. But yeah, I feel like I picked up a lot of fiction, a lot of women-centered fiction. So I'm really excited and kind of, yeah, I'm really excited for these picks. It is quite a shame that that I have like 70 plus books on my bookshelf already, and then I have all these, and I really need to prioritize the ones I already have. But some of these are definitely contenders for this year. I'm so excited. I really am. I'm so excited. So let's see, how many did we get from book haul? from Book Haul.
Huh?
How many did we get from Book Outlet? So this 2, 4, oh my gosh, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 books from Book Outlet. Yo, I think this is my largest haul yet. I think so. Yeah, I think this is my largest haul at one time. This is a lot of stinking books. And I'm quite all right with that. I feel like I got more like fiction / historical fiction than anything. And I'm okay with that. I do want to prioritize fantasy this year, but I'm not mad at throwing some more fiction in there and slowing down on the romance a little bit this year. So have you all read any of these books? Let me know, comment down below. Did you enjoy them? If not, tell me why. Like, do I need to skip anything? If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And until the next one, friends, bye.